Good morning. We're on the Merced River today. We've been here the last 2 weeks. This is our third week here exploring. We're in the Bagby area and we're going to head on down this ravine and go a few miles in on the old Yosemite Railroad. Bagby was once a very thriving gold and I think logging town that was in this little valley alongside this river. They dammed it up, and a lot of times this is all underwater, but it is now exposed. So we're going to head on down the railroad here.
There was a town called Bagby a long time ago. Vines scattered up the mountain canyons, tall grass in the hot meadows. I remember the old place with a tall oak tree by its side. There's been a lot of stories born there, and there's been a lot of stories died.
Don't know what building this was, but I think there was a hotel and dance hall right in this area. There were a lot of structures up there on the hill, homes. I think a mill on the other side. So we're going to continue on down, see what we come up with here. We brought our metal detector with us and a gold pan. The one thing you'll see a lot in this area is a lot of old rock structures and stuff. Boy, something could live in there. But normally this would all be underwater. We would probably be in about 50 feet of water right now on a normal year. So this was all developed. You'll see all kinds of concrete, stone, and metal. And if you come up here, what was ever at this site, here's the back porch steps. So right 20 feet in front of that, the railroad went by to Yosemite and it stopped here, went through the valley. That's where we're headed. It's very early in the morning. Once again, we're the only ones here. On the other side of the river, you can see over there a quartz vein which runs down, which gold follows quartz. But last week we talked to the ranger. He says when you head further down here, we're going to go in about 3 miles or so to beware of mountain lions. He said he saw a lot of prints there, and just to be cautious. So we are definitely prepared for that. So we're going to head along that gully there, and it almost looks like there's a tunnel over there. We're going to go see what that is. This is just a beautiful area up here. Did some gold panning here last week. I didn't find anything. We're new at that anyway. Brought the pan just in case. So we're continuing on. This is where the railroad once ran, right alongside here. We had some landslides, but looks like we're going to be able to get through them. Okay, we're in the one area here where we're going to have to scramble over a slide. We're coming upon geese. We don't know if they have nests up here, but they're not happy. Okay, we won, but there's more up here somewhere. We can hear them honking.
There they are.
Where?
Right in that
cutout
area. So there's nests up here.
Okay, there's lots of nests up here. I see a few of them.
They have the prime nesting spot up there, I do believe.
There's a pair, and then right off to the left west of them, there's another one. So that's why they're mad at us. So we came upon what looks like some kind of settlement up here, so we're gonna explore it. It almost looks like there's a couple old cars at the top.
We'd get up early in the morning and we'd grab our oaking poles. We'd be down on the river fishing and Mike would be panning for gold. Oh, those Bagby days are gone, gone. But the memories of the old times are still hanging on.
Okay, we've hiked up this hill to see what these are. There's all the tailings. But holy smokes, look at this. Old cars. Wow.
And the reason they're here, I would suspect, is because they had no way by which to get them out when they broke down.
Probably. Look at that. How many people know these are out here?
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, it looks like, I don't know what this is, an old Studebaker pickup truck or something. Here's one. Chrome still looks good. And look at that. I'm guessing somewhere maybe 1932. This almost looks like an old Chevy. Maybe you guys know what car has that kind of rear end. Very cool. Okay, we're definitely going to metal detect around here and see if we can find something, if there's just not too much iron and debris. I see a lot of metal laying on the ground. Okay, I see another guy with a gold pan and a detector down there. So he's on his way. Oh, there's a little bench over here. Let's look at this. Wow. Little bench by a tree. What?
I said her name wrong.
Okay, let's do it all over again.
Okay.
Got. Take two. So, I saw the bench. Mitzi came over here and discovered why the bench is here. What does that say, Mitzi?
Barbara Jean Croker, born November 17th, 1943, and died April 20th, 2018. Miwok Indian, Bagby born. So this young lady was born here, was part of the original Bagby. That's pretty special.
Yeah, Miwok Indian, and then we found a little piece of maybe a plate or something. We don't know what that is. Let's see if this says anything. Nope. Well, that's really cool. And on this rock here, it says something Helmer. H-A-M-L-E-R. Huh. So, very cool. We're going to keep exploring this area. So here's a shot of those old, looks like plates or something. We did find some stuff like this at Yosemite when we were exploring out there from the old Yosemite hotel or whatever it was. So this was by the grave, so we're going to leave them alone and just put them back into the soil. Okay, what'd you find?
Not sure, but it looks like an old clay porcelain or porcelain pot. I don't know. Reminds me of one of the old butter churns or.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe it's not clay. Not real sure, but it's pretty cool.
Okay, here is where the railroad would have crossed this little gorge to the other side. Too bad that's not still on there. But we're going to continue just a little bit more. There's a guy panning for gold down this gully. Very remote area. Also, where where all those tailings were, you can see the quartz vein on this mountain that runs down. So now you know why they did so much digging in that area. Okay, what'd you say?
I think it's ore.
Okay, what is it? It's almost
I'll
like
bet you it's already been discovered by those Corona drinking people.
it almost, very brittle.
Yeah.
It's cool. Okay, we've followed it a few miles in, and we're kind of gonna stop here, but the old railroad continues on through this valley, but we're gonna head back to some of the home sites and do a little bit of metal detecting. Okay, we were using the Equinox MineLab 800 to detect. We found these all underground. One of the coolest things is this scale plate, which would have chains hanging on it, and you would put your gold on that, whoever was measuring it, like that, and then they would measure it. So in the day it would have gold on it like that. And then this is a lead molded, I don't know what it is, but it almost looks like they used it for pouring, if that's a natural shape. Could have just been dented over the last 100 years. Couple buckles, old hinge, which is pretty cool. Railroad spike, I think. It's twice as long as any other spike I found. Some glass, nails, pottery. Now on the nails, you have this square head. Now a square head would be pre-1800s, and they would, see the end is blunt. They would just pound that right into the wood just as it is. And then you would have the rectangle head, which would be the 1800s to 1880s. Then they went to the more modern round tip and then sharpened the end to get it in the wood easier. So all in all, we had a pretty good haul here. We really enjoyed searching for this stuff out here in Bagby. Well, we hope you enjoyed exploring Bagby, California with us. Now enjoy the rest of this song by Keith Keenom, recorded by Carol Johnson at the first annual Cowboy Poetry Gathering in Coulterville, California in 2010. Thank you.
Yeah, the dam came and the water rose and the town of Bagby's gone. But the memories of the old place still are hanging on. Let me pick one.
Okay, we just completed our hike. If you come in here on the highway, there's a vista up on that top side. If you park there and hike down, it's free, but you'll be on the other side of the river, which is actually the good side. Now if you come into the recreation area, you'll have to pay $8 to the Iron Ranger. So the Iron Ranger's right here. So
where on the top of
What I would do is park on the other side because all the fun stuff's on the other side of the river and you ain't going to be able to cross it this time of year because it's rushing way too hard.
He was working out the sawmill. Scuds' sawmill.